some people get on in here. All right, now I'll be talking to myself. Oh, shoot. Let me share this live. Something I do not do enough of is sharing my live when I go live. So while I do that, mm, I'm sharing it to some of the spinal cord groups that I'm in, as well as my own page. But yes, I'm not sure um, what the weather is for everybody, but for me, I'm in Kentucky. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Uh, had a dentist appointment this morning. Was on my way to it, and they finally text at like they finally text me we're about to leave out at 7, and yeah, I'm just glad they got me before I went out the door and got loaded in the van. But yeah. Let me get back to my page. Yeah, I'm probably like the lamest podcaster. Almost like I have no like fancy cute little opening or none of that. Like I gotta do better. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Okay. Making sure I got my volume down so I don't do all that ringing. But yeah, so let's see. Tonight's topic, which I tried. Okay, so I really tried to get um, parents that have been through like pregnancy, fathers that have been through, you know, parenting while being injured, but none of y'all wanted to hop on, so we just gonna make it do what it do. Um, excuse me, I cannot see. I have to check up. I mean, pull the other chats up because I can't see from this one. But yeah, so we're just gonna rock with it. So tonight's topic is parenthood. Um, and yeah, I like parenthood because we know how hood parenting can get. It's it's real ghetto over here, as they say, or used to say. I don't know, but yeah, it can be a handful without a spinal cord injury. So when you throw medical stuff on top of it, then it's even more crazy. Um, I really wanted to know from others, and maybe if you're viewing, and you've been through it, you can, chime in and let me know. But like, well, let me back it up first. I've never, been pregnant, never given birth to any kids. So, um, my son, who's 23, um, is actually, I'll give you a little backstory. He's actually my cousin. And we got custody of him when he was 2. He came to live with me when he was 10. And then he was like, "Can I just start calling you mama?" And I'm like, "All right, cool." So that's what we're going with. That's what we're rocking with. I'm mama, he's son, Sour Patch's grandbaby. So yeah. So I've never been pregnant. Um, I had a hysterectomy, a full hysterectomy in 2019. Um, few months, almost a year, yeah, almost a year before my injury. Um, so with that being said, I've not experienced pregnancy prior or post injury. So that's why I really wanted to get a mom on here who had, so she could really tell us, if there was a difference or, any struggles on that. But yeah, so can't really answer that question. Hopefully, someone who is watching can chime in and let me know. Um, I'm sure there is difference depending on your level. I mean, I don't know how comfortable, holding a baby in your belly is, but I have worked in in healthcare, and I've experienced it, on the up close, personal, on the outside looking in. And it don't really look too fun, like as far as like a lot of it, like it looks heavy, it looks painful, like, but a blessing all in all. Uh, so yeah, um, I would think like just because like I'm thinking about me and how my body is. I am in a natural like slump now. So I'm hunched over naturally. In order for me to sit up straight, I have to, it might look like I just sat up straight, but like I'm literally digging um my elbows into my armrest. So for me to sit up straight, I'm pushing myself up straight. So like I would think like, ooh, like a, a belly, and then ooh, that's just with one. So I see how big bellies get with multiple. So I don't know. That's not anything that I'd say I want to experience. And I've tried, and I'm in the experimental stage in this spinal cord life, and I'm just like trying all type of stuff, like rowing. And I even said I'll get in a chair and try rugby. Like, but like, yeah, having a baby ain't one that, like, yeah, I'm missing. But that's me personally. And I did like look it up, and they said that like most women can still have their baby vaginally. And I'm wondering if like because like the muscle strength is not there for majority of us to even push out piss. So what kind of strength comes in during labor, I'm assuming, that pushes the baby out? Like, I don't know, because I'd imagine, like, if I can't do, like, I'm literally sitting here trying to really, like, push and basically, I guess, Kegel, like, is what it's like going on in my head. But, like, if, like, you can't push out piss, like, I'm not, but I mean, it's possible, apparently. Doctors, I'm guessing, wouldn't lie to me. Um, so yeah, that one I really want to like. I really want to know. No. What was I gonna say? AD, autonomic dysreflexia. I don't even know if I said it right, but that's why I always say AD. I don't get AD a lot. However, when I do get it, it's hell. And for me, what AD looks like for me is I get real hot and sweaty. I start sweating. That's the only time I've sweated since I've been injured. Um, is when I'm having AD, and then I get real bad headache. Like, I'm guessing this is what migraines feel like. So that's what it looks like for me. So I know a lot of, and my spasms get real intense. But like, I'm not sure. Yeah, like, I'm not sure if I'm trying to think if anything else happens from me for AD. But no, that's really my AD right there. But like I said, like, everybody's different. Everybody's AD looks different. And I'm sure that I'm positive that it has to be some type of AD while you're pregnant. Like, that's pressure in a spot. So like, AD, for those who are maybe watching and aren't familiar, um, it's it's what sends basically a message to my brain to let me know that something is going on with my body below my level of injury. So my level of injury, I'm a chest and below um, quad. So I don't have sensation to heat or temperature in my legs. So when my leg got burned, a symptom I had, excuse me, was a headache, real bad headache. At the time, I really didn't understand or know what AD looked like for me. So I didn't know, but what that headache was telling me that something's going on somewhere below my level of injury. And, you know, the first go to is bowel and bladder, is what they teach us. So, yeah, with everybody's being different, I don't know, I could just imagine. Um, with, so for me, spasm, that was a good one too. So for me, um, I was injured 3 years ago. So my son was 20. At the time, he wasn't even looking at the house. He had moved out already, and yeah, like, when I came home, like I said, he wasn't living in the house. He did move back in after I got home, not immediately after, but uh, mm, maybe around December, January, like when I moved into the new house, or when I moved into my house. He moved back in, but he was older, so it wasn't like I had to come home and take care of a baby or a toddler. I didn't have to worry about getting him to and from school, or you know going to the school and doing all that. Like I didn't have to experience any of that. Not not with him. Um, However, I did and I do experience it with Sour Patch. So I do understand in a sense what it's like having a toddler, and it is crazy. It's crazy because, as we know, toddlers don't stop. They're go 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 go. They're jumping. Well, if you know Sour Patch, you know she is from the ceiling to the left wall to the right wall to back to the ceiling. Like she can be a wow. Um, but it keeps me going, and I actually I love it. Um, like I said, like I try and well, not really try because it just comes natural. But like just being myself, like I'm really goofy. Um, and so like just doing that and being myself like shows her that like being in a chair can be normal. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different sense. Like she looks in my chair and she understands that I can't get around unless I'm in my chair. So she'll come and she'll tell me, Nana, get in your chair so you can get up. Get in your chair and come on. So like if she comes and like makes me get up, then I'm getting up. But I'm up anyway. I get her up. Like I actually well in the beginning because I didn't have much hand function. I really couldn't do a lot. So my mom was doing a lot for and with Sour Patch. But I'm not the type to just sit here and watch her do everything. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can I do it? I'm thinking in my head, how can I do this? And I'm like, okay, I think I can change a diaper now. So I'm like, all right, I think I can change her. I'll try it. I did it. So I just slowly would start just gradually doing stuff. And yeah, that's how I like started contributing. And now it's to the point to where my mama would check up the deuces and dip up out of here in a minute and leave me with Sour Patch. And that's fine. I actually get up with, they get me up in the morning. I get up and get her dressed. And then my stepdad takes her to daycare. And I'm doing that almost 4 nights out of the week, or 4 mornings out of the week. And then I just get on up, and most of the time I get ready. After I get her ready, get myself ready, and head to CFW. Um, and CFW is a gym that I go to. And yeah, so, and again, like I said, I'm doing that 3, 4 days, or yeah, out of the week, 24/7. Like, yeah, mamas, uh, y'all are the real MVPs because like being in your chair doing this, like with me being in my power chair, I can maneuver better or more comfortably around, like with Sour Patch, or like we go get my cousin Fat Pat, or I got nicknames for everybody. But Fat, and he's younger. He's one, two, one. And like I roll with them on my chair. However, like when I'm in my manual chair, it's harder for me because I don't really have that much core to stay back when I'm wheeling in my manual. So that makes it harder for me. However, like when I was at the rugby tournament, I was amazed. Like I seen a lot of I seen some dads, cause yeah, I seen dad. It was a few dads rolling around with their babies, and I mean like the baby maybe just been learning how to walk. I mean like just sit perfectly in their lap and they just rolling, willing and dealing. That is not a level I got to. Sure, I definitely would have made it work or figured it out because it's just the type of person I am. But yeah, I didn't have to go, go through any of that. But it could be crazy. Um, I really have like a lot of questions for some meals. Um, but of course, I'll just have to wait and say that. Um, and I might like just double back on this topic. I don't know, later down the year, who knows? Just if I can get some guests on here to be a part of it, um, parent wise. Uh, another thing I wanted to talk about is if you, well, how did your injury affect your kids if you had kids prior to the injury? Um, because as we know, this injury, it doesn't only affect us, it affects the family. It affects those loved ones that are around you. Um, yeah, pretty much everyone's life changes in my eyes. Um, and for me anyway, because personally, yes, I'm the one that got injured out of the six of us that were in the car. I'm the one that got injured. Uh, everybody else probably got little scrapes and bruises, um, physically. Uh, so my mom and my stepdad moved down here to Louisville because I didn't want to live in Mississippi. So that, my parents picking up and leaving was, you know, a huge change for them. My mama does not like the city. She hates it here, but she's going to like it. I'm not going to say love it, but she's going to like it. And that's just because she's just making herself comfortable. Um, so, yeah, it definitely changes and affects everyone. As far as the kids, I like to, well, okay, my child, my son is so much like me, like it's crazy. Like you would think I had him, but like we're ones to not show our emotion and or talk about like what's bothering us. Um, which I don't recommend. It's not a good thing. I'm in therapy for. Um, but I have like asked him multiple times, like, how do you feel? How are you? All this. But like when it comes to his emotions, he doesn't ever want to talk about it. So I personally don't know how it affects or affected him. Um, but a mother always knows their child, and I do know that he was very, 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 and is very, 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 very bothered. Um, I do feel that he doesn't understand why I was the only one injured or why I was injured. Um, there's just little things that I pick up on and I notice, like, because, like, I know my child, like, you can tell me that there's nothing wrong, but I know you're bothered, so I definitely can tell. But I know now, well, he's locked up right now. And so when he calls, he's constantly asking, like, what's new? What are you doing? Um, like I'll tell him, like, like, oh, mama done went home for the weekend. And he's like, what do you mean? Or when I say went home, my mom, I'm like, we'll go to Mississippi or somewhere. I'm like, mama, I'm gone for the weekend. And he's like, what do you mean? Who there with you? And I'm like, I'm by myself. This is, one of the last times because I've recently been able to, do this little thing, dipping my foot in the water, trying to be independent and grown for real. So, he's like, what do you mean they left you by yourself? And I'm like, bruh, like, I'm good. I can do it. And he's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, okay, well, how about this? When you get out and you get home, you make sure you don't leave the house. You make sure every time I need something, you don't want to come to my call. You make sure every time I call your phone in the middle of the night, your ass pick up the phone and come and see what the fuck I want. Like, that's how I'm talking to him. He's like, all right. And he's laughing it off, but I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm gonna run his ass. This is what it was like for mama. If you wanna know what it was like, baby, this is what it was like. Here, I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. Oh, you just sat down? Oh man, I forgot to tell you. Can you come and get this for me? Yes. And I ain't gonna probably need half of the shit I'm needing. But I'm gonna give him a little taste of what it was. Because like he feels like I can't do nothing or that I'm not supposed to be doing anything. And I'm like, bruh, when you get out, you gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm glad mama can do that. I'm glad she can do this. Boy, you not gonna want to do all this stuff. So, that's just the type of relationship we have. It's very playful. I love him. Um, I'm more than likely not gonna be calling him, telling him to do stuff. But then again, I don't know. I might give him a week of it. I think I might. I might give him a week of it, and I might just record or get some footage of it, cause I already know him. He gonna be like, "What the fuck? You need anything else, mama? I'm about to go to sleep." No, ain't no sleeping. But so parenthood, we definitely. I recommend as much as you can. Be yourself. Be yourself. Get help whatever you need to do to get back to that old you or whatever. Do that. Whatever it looks like, whatever it takes. Um, because that's what helps your family and your loved ones treat you as a normal human being. Like, If they see you're acting normal, then they're gonna treat you normal. If they see that you're, I don't really want to. No, I'm not gonna say that. If they see that you're not being yourself, then they're gonna always constantly wonder what's going on, what's wrong, how can I help, you know. And it just is what it is. Uh, but yeah, so like I said, that was my little spill on parenthood. Because we, like I said, we know it's definitely hood out here in these streets of being a parent. Um, yeah. Uh, make sure that you all are loving on these kids, no matter their age, whether they are 5, 15, 50, if they your kids, and yes, show them that love, give them that love. Yeah, you got to. Uh, make sure that you all tune in a couple weeks. Um, I'll be doing an episode of privacy. Um, how much privacy do you have? How much privacy did you lose? What does privacy look like for you, if any? So tune in a couple weeks for that. Uh, I have a guest set up um, right now for that episode, so that way we can get into somebody else's business and not just mine. I'm tired of telling y'all my business and y'all be giving me no tea. Nothing. Y'all don't put nothing in on this. Nah. Um, but definitely tune back in. I love y'all. I'll be definitely posting something before then because I'm sure something else is gonna happen. Hopefully I'm not asked out again. Literally. Um, but yeah. I'll check back in with y'all and yeah, love y'all.